Allow me to give you my perspective about the New York Times article about man-keeping. By bookending a gender with a derogatory term, you're not bringing folks together. You're polarizing folks. And by creating another catch all coin term of a problem that some women are having with some men who are, at least in their view, burdening them with sharing too many of their emotions, you're making it even harder for some men to connect. As a man who lost a friend to suicide, I find the article upsetting, and I couldn't help but think of this Brene Brown clip after reading the article.
For men, shame is not a bunch of competing, conflicting expectations. Shame is one. Do not be perceived as what? Weak. I did not interview men for the first 4 years of my study, and it wasn't until a man looked at me one day after a book signing and said, "I love what you have to say about shame. I'm curious why you didn't mention men." And I said, "I don't study men." And he said, "That's convenient." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because you say to reach out, tell our story, be vulnerable. But you see those books you just signed for my wife and my 3 daughters?" I said, "Yeah. They'd rather me die on top of my white horse than watch me fall down." When we reach out and be vulnerable, we get the shit beat out of us. And don't tell me it's from the guys and the coaches and the dads. Because the women in my life are harder on me than anyone else.
Men are 4 times more likely to commit suicide. Let's not turn the mental health crisis that men are facing right now into a woman's problem, which is how the New York Times article read. I fully recognize that balance must exist in a relationship, a shared desire to support one another's emotional and social needs. That's marriage. But let's be real. Men are not necessarily known for opening up. So whether you're talking about money, the chores, caregiving, or problems at work, let's not bash and label men when we do. Let's have conversations about loving and supporting each other without the demeaning labels.